All right. What up, y'all? I haven't talked to you guys like this before. I wanted to come up here and say thank you so much for 1.5K. It like came out of nowhere and it was very awesome. So thank you. In honor of this, I want to start posting more. Since I'm finally at this like subscriber count where I'm like, oh, people are looking at this, especially with the love that my and hate that my last video got. Trust me, those comment sections like is a battle in there. I love it. The controversy of just doing a cute little squid bob animatic. People get so heated about it. But then there was also a lot of love for it. So thank you very much. I just wanted to say that. So yeah, officially, hello. My name is Elton. Nice to meet y'all. I'm hoping to post more things like this. And then real quick before I get into this video, I want to do a fit check. Yes, that's right, a fit check, because I think that might be fun. I just took some time to draw this character, of me, and like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. I think I might start that. So quick fit check. This is Mac McDonald's or aka Ronald McDonald from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This is his riot shirt. I want it so bad. Like, oh, any clothing. I want that and Charlie Kelly's jacket. I need to rock that shit. So I decided that I wanted to wear that or like draw myself wearing that today. I don't actually have this shirt, but like that'd be so sick. So I drew the riot shirt, but I made it a rim tee because that's very classic 70s, and I love these t-shirts. I got some of my own that I'm probably going to draw myself wearing at some point. And then I was going to add a vest onto this outfit, but like I drew it and I was like, I'm really digging the hips though, and I really want the hips to show, so I think I'm going to keep this shirt skin tight. And yeah, I think this little drawing is, I'm like, look at me slay. That's the thing about drawing. That's the thing I love about drawing. You can really just go full gender envy. Anyway, let me get into it about what I thought about the FNAF movie. So yeah, like I said before, I know I'm late to the FNAF trend, but I already did this silly ass drawing and I want to do something with it before the FNAF movie completely dies out, if it's not already. I think that fandom's gonna never die realistically. Let's be real here, but I do want to. All the regular people are also talking about FNAF. I'm just kidding, sorry. But you know what I mean. Like it's mainstream right now. So, might as well do that before it dies out. But yeah, I don't really think I can say anything new that hasn't been said about the movie before, but I still want to get my piece in because yeah, it was something. I went to see the FNAF movie with my bestie Ava, and she's like a FNAF super fan, but in like a cool type of way. And yeah, I have a confession. I'm not much of a FNAF fan at all. The fandom has been around me forever, so like I know a lot about it. I can never escape it. But I did not have high expectations going into the film. At first, when I heard that the puppets were going to be practical, I thought, all right, cool. I wonder if the obviously bloody and cool ass death scenes in this horror film will also be practical. Yeah, this was the start of the end for me. The only way for a Five Nights at Freddy's movie to work is to get the R rating, buddy. Like, I hardly agree with any horror film being done with a PG-13 rating, and especially not a FNAF one. And then all the trailers I saw for the movie just let me down more and more. The fact that they were also releasing the movie on Peacock at the same time as releasing it in theaters wasn't a good sign to me. It just seemed like that to me. That means that the filmmakers were not confident in it. Story wise, probably, because I think no matter what, like everybody knew that this was going to be a box office banger. Like it's a FNAF movie, like of course you're going to see it. All of the other knockoffs of it that came out before FNAF even got its own movie made lots of money in the box office. So I'm sure, no matter what, they knew that. I was honestly most excited about the cast. Main highlights, of course, being Josh Hutcherson. Hard for me to say his name for some reason. And the love of my goddamn life, Matthew Lillard. No problem saying his name, because anyway, that shit's stupid. But they were going to be my saving graces while watching the movie. And, I still stand by it. Josh and Lillard did the best job possible given the script. But we follow Josh Hutcherson throughout the movie. He's kind of like a traumatized freak or whatever. He lost his brother like 30 years ago. And every night in his dreams, he goes back to this last memory of seeing his little brother. There's a big deal about dreams in this movie. Big deal about dreams and shit, about lost little brothers that he's taken 30 years to try and find and shit. It's dumb. But yeah, so he's been trying to like search for any clue at all to even just find his little brother, to even start, basically to just start looking, to get a hunch of where his brother is what he's trying to do by going to the same memory every night, like 30 years after the fact. Are you kidding me? Like, that shit is ridiculous. Like, how could that's our setup into, what like the character wants and everything. And so it's like, okay, yeah, the character wants us to find his brother. Bummer, the writers already gave him an impossible scenario where we know for a fact he's not going to find his brother. We know already from this setup that it's not going to be a satisfying ending. It's not going to make any sense. That's for goddamn sure. And, if you've seen the movie, he obviously doesn't find his brother. Of course, if you like this movie, go right ahead. No judgment there. I know, like my friend Ava, she was saying, yeah, that was a bad movie, but I'm going to like it anyway, just based on principle, just based because it's a FNAF movie. If you're going into it like that, totally fine. I get it. I get it. I don't think I'm going to be able to recap the full movie, but I think I'm just going to think about like some outstanding moments that I thought of when I was like watching it in theaters. And one of them is just the whole movie. Like, there's so much useless bits in it. It's just absolutely absurd how stupid like just the plot is. Like, it could have just been a very straightforward FNAF movie. Like, the game just adapts what we get in the backstory of the game and just adapt that into a movie. Like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't one of the most enticing things about like the FNAF games is the copious amounts of lore that is into it? The only reason I know any of it is because of the Matt Pat Theory videos, which, by the way, his cameo in it was pretty fun. I loved low jacking at like the culture references. I was sad Markiplier wasn't in it, actually. I don't even watch him. I don't know why, but I love Markiplier and I was upset he wasn't in it. I didn't know the stream guy. My friend Ava had to tell me that one because I was like, who the fuck is that? Those references would have been way more enjoyable if we were actually able to, I don't know, have a good movie along with it. Like, enjoy good references along with good movies, not references along with bad movies. Like, then it just gets fucking hokey and shit, but I still have fun with that. Like, the main thing I think, honestly, about this movie is that it was a fun theater experience. Is like, that's why I always say whenever somebody asks me, oh, what did you think of the FNAF movie? I'm like, it was a fun theater experience. And that's important. Those are really fun. Like, it gave everybody, we've had a lot of blockbusters this year that have been like so so socially uniting, actually. So this is like the one plus that I'm gonna give to the FNAF movie, regardless of like the standards. Then I'm gonna shit on it. But for example, Barbie and Oppenheimer, the whole collision of Barbenheimer happening between fans. People were excited to go into movie theaters. Oh my god, it was such a good time. Like, everyone was like dressing up as Barbies and Kens and shit. And like, we've had other things like that, like Spider-Man and shit. And FNAF kind of like went along with that. They were, going, I think, there was definitely the opportunity to be doing that. I think giving fans and just common, moviegoers a reason to unite and kind of like have an experience with each other that's like kind of fun. Like, that's the goal, honestly, of movie theaters. So I think it was like that, but I really, really think, honestly, if we got a good movie with it, it would have been like, oh, that experience, but times 10. As I was saying before, it was already like, we didn't even get a movie close to what the games were about. Mike Schmidt is his name in here. It's not Mike Afton. I know how I was saying, like, oh, I don't even fucking know about the games. But I do know a little bit. And me and my friend Ava, we obviously ranted about it right after. And she's a fan of the games. And she was telling me all this shit. So credit to Ava for, like, a lot of the next knowledge drop that I'm going to do. Because she was, like, telling me. And then it was like, oh my god, that movie was ridiculous. Like, looking back just from even a game perspective. But, like, just the game lore is so much better and just so much more straightforward. It would have been a lot more fun. It's, but instead, Mike Schmidt is not William Afton's kid. And, like, the bite of 75, the bite of 87 is not even in there. Really, like, the thing is, it's so lacking. It doesn't describe any of the plot very well and does not mend the A and B story very well. Like I said, there's a lot of dream stuff in this movie, and it's very poorly and loosely connected between, like, the kids in the souls in the animatronic suits. And because the literally, like, Mike at one point, he tells Vanessa, she's in this movie, by the way, she's his kid, which is not like that in the games. She's like the copycat killer of William Afton, which, you know, they could have gone this Saw route with. I'm getting ahead of myself. But one of the things that he says is literally like, I don't know why, but my dreams are stronger when I'm in that place. So he's literally, like, admitting to not having any clue, you know, and it's never explained. Like, that is the explanation we get. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it was the fact that it just all felt so distant to begin with. The stakes didn't feel very high at all, and nothing felt personal. The story didn't feel personal to anyone, especially, like, Mike. They really tried to hone in on it with, like, this whole, like, dead brother shit. And I just don't think it worked very well because, again, it was set so far in the past. Like, if they just kept the relation to Mike and after, like, if it was just like how it was in the games, everything would have fit way more together because it just felt like the animatronics in there, like, it didn't even feel like the animatronics needed to be in there. The biggest kill scene that the animatronics got were with characters that were completely unrelated to the plot, which, like, of course they were going to do because, you know, they weren't going to kill anyone important because this movie is a pussy. It's a PG-13 pussy. That's what it was, you know, to be honest. Like, so yeah, I wasn't wanting it to fail. You know, I wasn't rooting for the FNAF movie to fail. I wouldn't say I was going that far. I was hoping for a pleasant surprise. I love when movies surprise me, especially from things that I don't expect. Like, I didn't expect the FNAF movie to be good, but could you imagine if it was? That would have been great. That would have been very nice. Overall, I'm going to give it a fucking it's like a 30%. So it's like a 3 out of 10. It's a 3 out of 10 for me. Solid stinker. Real quick, I'm going to talk about the art piece I have here because I'm realizing I haven't talked about it at all throughout this entire speed paint. It's done right now. I'm showing it off. I really like how Springtrap looks in that one. Definitely the most. Rendering him and painting him was very fun. That was, like, probably the funnest part. Painting in general and rendering is my favorite part of that. So I hope you enjoy watching that. But yeah, so that was the little speed paint, and, you know, nothing much to it. As you can see, I just wanted to do, like, a funny little meme, just because the movie was just drenched in that kind of MCU humor. Oh my god, like the pillow fort scene. The pillow fort scene. Now that shit was fucking crazy. I can't even believe that was in a movie. You okay, Bonnie? And, like, the thumbs up. I can't believe it. That shit was stupid. So yeah, at least there were, like, some parts in the movie that I was just laughing at. Oh my god. Like the part where he tackles that dad and beats the shit out of him is really funny. I was laughing at that. And the pillow fort scene, I was laughing because I was like, I can't believe this is, like, in this movie. So that's, like, the finished version that I did in Procreate, and then I wanted to take it to Ibispaintx and do just a bit of, you know, bit of photo editing, make it a little bit cuter, see what's up. I usually do this, it depends. I usually do it with, like, a couple of my things, you know, just some final touches and shit. I do it with, like, a majority. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just keep it, like, you know, raw. But for this one, I think it looks pretty cute. I decided to like try and make it look like a TV security screen and shit like that. Yeah, there's a close up. You can kind of see the texture I went. I just want to talk a little bit about where my channel's going. I want to start posting more content, and I want to start posting more stuff like this. So let me know if you want that. Let me know just what you want to see in general down below. I kind of want to, I go to the movie theater pretty often, and I've been like playing around with this idea. Like after I watch a movie, like hot out of the, coming in hot out of the theater, I do like a drawing of the movie. No matter what, like I'll try to do some like really good fan art of it, do a speed paint, and like do a commentary, a review of what I thought about the movie, similar to what I'm doing with this, except this is old as fuck, like the FNAF movie. I'm late as fuck to the game, I know, but I did just watch Wonka in theaters like 3 days ago or something. If you're interested in that, let me know. Let me know down below. But I'll see you next time. I'll be making more videos soon. I have a mystery. Well, yeah, I have a mystery one on the way. I'm very excited about that. So I will be for sure posting that one soon. And let me know down below if you want to see that Wonka one I was talking about. All right. Peace out, y'all. See you later.